what is Scorpio's talent? And it's a strange one, but it's definitely what I think they're most talented in. Instinct. They have high levels of instinct. They can tell if you're lying. They can tell if you're up to no good. They can feel things that no one else can even sense in the room. They they know maybe not to go to certain environments. They have an instinct that can really indicate nearly anything to them. Their instincts, whether to even buy this house or buy that car or take that trip or meet that person, their instincts are amazing. They have amazing instincts and they trust their instincts as well. And if you're not a Scorpio and you don't trust your instincts, you should definitely trust them because your instincts are 95% of the time absolutely correct. So, this is one of their, if not the biggest talent that all Scorpios have. They know things without knowing things. Nobody has taught them instinct. They just naturally have it. It's simple as that. And their best friend in the zodiac, and maybe, Scorpios don't have friends that are Aries, but believe me, it's the best friend because it's not that, Scorpio and Aries do have that passionate side to them. They do have that drive and that determination and stuff like that they have similar. So, the fact that they would get on is because their passions are the same. You know, this is the key aspect. They would have the same passions and they would operate in the same way with those passions. So Scorpio, they like to do a lot of change and transformation and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that they sometimes they do change location, change different things, and they may not have the same friends or same close friends maybe for more than 2 3 years, but an Aries and Scorpio will always come together, maybe butt heads initially, but then get on very well. Definitely. And by the way, I do full birth chart readings to indicate anything that you want to do to improve your life. Astrology reveals that, and I help individual people reveal what they need to do with their life in terms of career, love, direction, purpose, just knowing yourself. So if you do want a birth chart reading, go onto my TikTok page and click the link to my website and book a reading 100%, and I'll be there. What is the time of the day for Scorpio? Well, oh, my pen is dying. 8 to uh, 10 p.m. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Why is this a Scorpio time? It's an interesting time. This is, Scorpio rule the genitals, and they also rule intimacy. And this is normally the crucial hour where intimacy happens between 8 and 10 p.m. This is what happens. So, that's one reason. Another reason is if you are a Scorpio or if you're anybody and you're working hard or you're really like passionate about something, because Scorpios are all about passion and desire or investigation and research, you're going to be doing it at these late hours of the night. You're going to be going in late hours of the night, looking into things, finding out things, deep diving. This is when you're going to be doing it. You're not going to be doing it middle of like 3, 4 p.m., but you're going to do it 8 a.m., 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. You're going to be putting all your efforts in. So these are Scorpio hours, to be honest with you. How can Scorpio improve themselves? I don't know if you can see this, but to compete, Scorpios are highly competitive. Okay, highly competitive. And for them to improve, they must find something or someone to compete with because that's what really pushes them to their limit. That's what really drives them to become better and make them improve. That's how they improve because they won't want someone to, be better than them, even though, they can accept it and it's not like it's like gonna crush them or something like that. But they they are fierce competitors. So they utilize all their energies and and resourcefulness, determination, because they have high levels of determination. They utilize that determination to improve themselves if they're competing with someone. How would they increase their value? Well, change. Change or transform? Transformation. Change or transformation. The reason why change or transformation is highly important for Scorpio to utilize is because they can't be doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know, for them, they need to change the environment. When they change the environment, they become better. When they change people, they become better. They're the types that can transform people too. This is not only themselves. They must help people. Scorpios are the makeup artists of the world. They're the fashion designers. They're the people who are the design people to wear clothes and stuff. Scorpios know how to transform people, transform themselves. Find their people's best self by change. They are the transformers. So their value is based on transforming. Simple as that. And when they do that with people themselves, it increases their value because they can do it very, very well, extremely well. Definitely. Health. How do Scorpios stay healthy? This is an interesting one, I believe. Connection. For them to stay healthy, because Scorpios are, change transformation, obviously they're a bit secretive, obviously they don't trust, so for them to remain healthy, they have to have connections because they don't trust a lot of people and stuff like that. So the people that they do trust, they have to stay connected to, and having a connection with a partner as well, it just gives them a healthy balance because they can really withdraw from themselves, from people and stuff if they don't trust people. They're not the type to, they can talk to people and connect with people, don't get me wrong. It's not like they're just shy or anything like that. But to really connect with that person, it takes a lot for a Scorpio to do. So, and we all need human connection in life. It's important. We are, community beings. We're not individuals. We're not lone wolves naturally. So connection is key for a Scorpio to have. A love connection or close friend connection or family connection. It keeps them healthy. Without that connection, they can just be, because they're so intense, they can deep dive into things and just avoid people and stuff. And this is where it can cause them ill health, to be honest with you. What should be their spiritual practice? Confession. Scorpios are the best at holding secrets, are the best at keeping things close to their chest. It's very hard to kind of like get a Scorpio to open up completely. Yeah, completely. It's difficult. And Scorpios also, the psychology comes under the Scorpio umbrella. So, they are psychologically very strong, most of them. Obviously, they do have their weak times, but that's when they're going through change and transformation. When they go through that change and transformation, when they're feeling weak, yeah. Or if they are feeling weak, they just need to change or transform something, and they will see that it will be better. But when they confess those secrets and stuff, it kind of lifts the load, lifts the weight, lightens the spirit. It's not burdened upon the soul anymore. What they're holding on, and I'm not saying it may affect them, but I just think it's cleansing. This confession is a spiritual cleansing thing that they have to do. It's a must for them. Purpose. Their purpose. Go towards intensity. That's all they need to focus on. That's what will allow them to change and transform. If they always go to where the intense feeling is, that's where their purpose is. Because they're all about transformation and change. It may not just be one thing, okay? But the one thing that stays constant is intensity. So going towards that intensity is highly key for Scorpio to find their purpose. It's really that simple. And what is their deadly sin? Wrath. When Scorpio becomes like highly focused on allowing someone to feel their wrath, allowing someone to feel their like kind of revenge, kind of feel their anger, you know, that can backfire on a Scorpio. And you know, I'm not saying Scorpios don't hold grudges and they shouldn't hold grudges and stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about kind of like seething in a way. I'm not talking about that. Even though a Scorpio may feel like I should have got them back, I can't sleep, I'm stressed. Why did they do this to me? Or why did that happen to me? I'm not going to accept it. I'm not having it. They can't do that to me. That's not the same thing. But when you actually are going out of your way to make sure that that person feels your anger and understands your anger, that's when it becomes a deadly sin for you, because you know your Scorpio's level when they show people that side to them is very powerful. You know, that's a very powerful anger they have. It's like one of the most powerful angers they have. And when people see it and feel it, it's shocking. And they can't see that person in the same way because they've shown them a side that maybe they didn't even know exist in the Scorpio. So sometimes it backfires on you because you lose out on opportunities or connections and things like this because the way you respond is unique but powerful. So wrath is a deadly sin for Scorpio. So this is what Scorpio needs to know. I hope you guys have enjoyed.